My girlfriend said you chose her first. I cannot marry someone who did not choose me first and wants to end our relationship. I am not sure where to start with this, but my world feels like it is completely falling apart right now. My girlfriend Emma and I have been together for 7 years, and she just found out something about how we got together that I never told her. She is saying she doesn't know if she can marry someone who kept her as a backup plan, and I honestly don't know what to do. This all started at our anniversary party last weekend. We had about 20 people over, including my college roommate Alex, who I hadn't seen in a while. Emma was showing off her engagement ring to everyone and talking about our wedding plans, when Alex made some offhand comment about how he always knew we would end up together, eventually, especially after that whole Sophia situation blew up. Emma gave me this confused look and asked Alex what he meant. I felt my stomach drop because I realized Alex had no idea that Emma didn't know about Sophia. Here is the background that I never told Emma about. When we were in college, both Emma and this girl Sophia were interested in me at the same time. Emma and I had known each other since high school and had always had this connection, but she was going to a college about 40 minutes away from mine. Sophia was in my dorm. We had classes together, and she was this exciting new person who represented this whole different life I could have. I know this sounds terrible, but I felt like things with Emma might be too predictable since we already knew each other so well. Plus, the distance thing seemed like it would be complicated. When both of them made it clear they wanted to date me, I chose Sophia. Emma was really hurt when I told her I wanted to focus on college and see what happened naturally. I couldn't bring myself to tell her I was actually choosing someone else. She stopped talking to me for about 4 months, which killed me because she had been one of my closest friends. The thing with Sophia lasted maybe 3 months before it became obvious. We had nothing in common beyond physical attraction. When Emma and I started talking again, I realized how much I had missed her, and that she was absolutely perfect for me. I asked her if she wanted to give us a real shot, and she said yes. That was 7 years ago. Thank God Sophia turned out to be crazy, or you two might never have gotten together. I tried to explain later, but Emma was too upset to really listen. Yesterday she came over to talk, and basically said that learning about this has made her question our entire relationship. I thought you chose me, she said. I thought, when you asked me out in college, it was because you realized you wanted to be with me. You chose her and I was just the consolation prize when it didn't work out. I tried to explain that it wasn't like that I was young and stupid and made a mistake. But she just kept saying you had a choice between me and her and you chose her. That tells me everything I need to know about how you really felt about me. She asked me to be completely honest about everything that happened with Sophia. I told her the truth, that I was attracted to the idea of something new and exciting, that I thought what we had might be too easy or predictable. Hearing myself say it out loud made me realize how incredibly stupid and hurtful it sounded. So, I was boring to you, Emma said. I was safe and predictable, and she was exciting. And now I am supposed to believe that somewhere along the way I became worth choosing. I don't know how to fix this. Emma is the love of my life. She is beautiful, intelligent. She makes me want to be a better person every single day. The idea that I might lose her because of a stupid decision I made when I was 21 is destroying me. She says she doesn't know if she can marry someone who she will always wonder about. What if someone more exciting comes along again? How do I know you will not make the same choice? I have tried explaining that I was immature back then, that I didn't understand what real love was, that she is not my second choice, but my only choice now. But she says the damage is done. She knows that when it mattered, when we were both available and interested, I picked someone else. We are supposed to get married in 6 months. We have deposits down, invitations ordered, the whole thing planned out. But right now, Emma will not even talk about the wedding. She says she needs time to figure out if she can get past this. I love this woman more than anything, and I cannot lose her over something I cannot change. Has anyone dealt with something like this? How do you rebuild trust when the thing that broke it happened years ago before you even really understood what you had together? I know I messed up by not telling her about Sophia from the beginning, but it honestly never seemed relevant since we have been so happy together. Now I am wondering if keeping it from her just made everything worse. Edit. Some people are asking why I never told her. Honestly, in the beginning, it felt like bringing up painful history that didn't matter anymore since we were together and happy. As time went on, it felt like something that would just hurt her for no reason since it had no bearing on how I felt about her. I realize now that was wrong. Update 1. I wanted to update everyone because a lot of people have been asking how things are going. It has been about 10 days since Emma found out about the Sophia situation, and honestly, things are not going well. Emma is still staying at her sister's place. We have talked a few times, but every conversation seems to make things worse instead of better. She agreed to postpone the wedding but says she doesn't know if she wants to cancel it outright. The fact that she used the word postpone instead of cancel gives me some hope, but I am trying not to read too much into it. They are killing me because I can see how much this is hurting her, but I promise to be completely honest from now on. 2 nights ago, she called me crying and asked, "Did you love her?" I told her the truth, that I thought I did at the time, but looking back I realize it was just infatuation. Was she prettier than me? I said that beauty isn't just about looks, and that Emma is the most beautiful woman I have ever known. But she pressed me for a direct answer. I finally admitted that yeah, I was more physically attracted to Sophia initially, which made Emma cry harder. Then she asked, was she better in bed? That one really caught me off guard. I told her we have never even slept together, that our physical relationship is amazing, and I have never wanted anyone else since we got together. Me and Sophia haven't made it to the final step yet, so up until now Emma is still my first girl. But she just said that is not what I asked. The questions that hurt the most are the ones about me. What did she have that I didn't? Why wasn't I exciting enough? Do you think she was smarter than me? If she contacted you tomorrow, would you be tempted? Last night she asked me something that really scared me. If you could go back and do it again, knowing everything you know now about both of us, who would you choose? I told her I would choose her every single time, that there is no contest. But she said that is easy to say now that you know Sophia was wrong for you, and you have had 7 years to appreciate what I bring to your life. But in that moment, with the information you had then, you chose her. That person, you chose her over me. She was right, and I didn't know how to argue with that. Jake, yes, that was me back then, made that choice, without the benefit of hindsight. He just knew he found Sophia more interesting than Emma, and he chose accordingly. Emma's sister has been completely supportive of Emma taking time to think, which I respect, but also makes me nervous. Yesterday, Emma told me that her sister thinks she deserves someone who would have chosen her from day one. I wanted to argue, but honestly, doesn't she? I asked Emma if we could try couples counseling, but she said she is not ready for that yet. I asked to figure out her own feelings first before we work on the relationship together. She is seeing a therapist individually to help process everything. Our friends are starting to ask questions about the wedding. Emma's mom called me yesterday asking if everything is okay because Emma will not talk about wedding plans anymore. I didn't know what to tell her except that we are working through some things. The hardest part is that I cannot fix this with any action I take now. I cannot prove to her that she is my first choice, because when it actually mattered, she wasn't. I was young and stupid and didn't recognize what I had with her, but that doesn't make it hurt less for her. I have been thinking a lot about what some of you said in the comments about how this isn't just about the choice I made, but about me keeping it from her for 7 years. She is right that it changes the context of our entire relationship. Every time she felt insecure and I reassured her, every time we talked about our history together, I was leaving out this crucial piece that would have changed how she understood everything. I feel like I have been living in a different relationship than you, she told me yesterday. You knew that you had chosen someone else over me first, but I thought you had chosen me from the beginning. We haven't been living in the same reality. I don't know what else to say to her. I love her desperately, and I will do anything to save our relationship, but I am starting to worry that this might be something we cannot come back from. The worst part is that it is entirely my fault, both the original choice and keeping it from her all these years. If anyone has been through something similar or has advice on how to rebuild trust after something like this, please let me know. I am willing to do whatever it takes. Summarize: Emma is still staying with her sister and questioning everything about our relationship. The questions she is asking are breaking my heart, but I am trying to be completely honest. Wedding is postponed indefinitely. Edit, to address some comments. Yes, I realize now that not telling her was a form of lying by omission. At the time, it felt like protecting her from unnecessary pain. But I understand now that it was really about protecting myself from the consequences of my choices. Update 2. This is probably going to be my last update because Emma found these posts and is furious that I shared our private business with strangers. She called me yesterday screaming about how humiliated she feels that hundreds of people now know she was someone's second choice. But that is not even the worst part. After reading through all the comments, she has decided she cannot move forward with our relationship as it is. She says too much damage has been done, and too much time has passed for us to just work through this normally. However, she has given me an option that I never expected. I cannot marry someone who didn't choose me first, she said when she came over yesterday. Every day for the rest of our lives, I will know that when you had the chance to pick me, you picked someone else. I will wonder if you are settling for me. If you ever think about what might have been different. I tried to interrupt, but she held up her hand. But, she continued, what if that never happened? What if we could start over completely with both of us making the choice to be together from the beginning? She is proposing that we break up and then start dating again from scratch. Complete fresh start. No history, no expectations, no reference to our previous relationship at all. If we do this, she says, then she will be my first choice, because I will be choosing her knowing everything I know now. The Jake who chose Sophia over me 7 years ago was working with limited information. She explained, if we start over now, you will be choosing me with full knowledge of who I am and who Sophia was. That makes it a real choice. I asked her what this would mean practically. She said we would go back to being single, move into separate places, and if we both want to, we can start dating each other again, like we are meeting for the first time. No engagement, no wedding plans, no 7-year history to reference. I cannot go back to being your fiancé, she said. Too much has happened, but I might be able to become your girlfriend again, if you choose me this time. The idea terrifies me but also gives me hope. On one hand, we would be throwing away 7 years of history, memories, and the life we have built together. Our wedding is off. Our timeline is reset. Our shared friends and family will be confused as hell. On the other hand, this might be the only way to save what we have. Emma is the love of my life. And if this is what it takes to be with her, I will do it. She has given me 2 weeks to decide if I want to start over with her, or if I would rather we just go our separate ways completely. She says she needs to know that if we do this, I am choosing her freely, and not just because I am afraid to lose her. If we start dating again, and eventually get engaged, she said, I want to know it is because you genuinely want to marry me, not because you feel guilty about what happened before, or because you are trying to make up for past mistakes. I asked her if she is sure she can actually start fresh, if she will be able to let go of the hurt and anger from finding out about Sophia. She said she has been talking to her therapist about this exact scenario and believes she can, as long as we truly start from zero. The Emma who would be dating you again will not be the Emma who was hurt by learning about Sophia, she explained. She will be someone making a new choice based on who you are now. It is such a strange concept, but I think I understand what she means. We would both be different people making a choice to be together rather than trying to repair damage from choices we made years ago. I am going to tell her yes. I cannot imagine my life without Emma, and if this is how I can have her back, I will take it. It breaks my heart that our history doesn't count anymore. But maybe that is what needs to happen for us to move forward. I just hope that when we start over, I can show her the man I have become instead of being haunted by the boy I was. Edit. For people saying this is crazy or unhealthy, I get why it sounds that way, but we have tried everything else. And this is the only path forward that doesn't end with us breaking up permanently. If the choice is between starting over or losing her forever, I am choosing to start over. Update. It has been a month since my last update, and I wanted to let everyone know how things worked out. After thinking about Emma's proposal for exactly 2 weeks, I told her I wanted to start over with her. We officially broke up 3 weeks ago. I moved out of our shared apartment and back in with my roommate from college. Emma stayed in her sister's guest room. We didn't contact each other for 10 days while we both processed what it meant to be single again. It was the strangest and most difficult experience of my adult life. Going from being engaged to someone to being completely disconnected from them felt like losing a limb. But it also gave me clarity about how much Emma means to me. Last weekend, I asked Emma out on a date, not as her ex-girlfriend trying to win her back, but as a guy who wanted to get to know this amazing woman he had recently met. She said yes. We went to a restaurant we had never been to before and talked like we were meeting for the first time. I told her about my job, my hobbies, my family. She told me about her career goals, her favorite books, her relationship with her sister. We avoided any reference to our shared history. At the end of the night, I walked her to her car and asked if I could see her again. She smiled and said she would like that. We have been on 4 dates now, and it is incredible. I am falling in love with Emma all over again. But this time I am not taking any of it for granted. This time I am choosing her with full knowledge of who she is and what she means to me. She told me last night that she feels the same way. I am dating someone who I know will choose me, she said. Not someone I have to wonder about or compete with a memory for. You are choosing me right now, with everything you know about all your options. We are taking things slow. We haven't slept together yet, and we are not talking about moving in together or long-term plans. We are just enjoying getting to know each other again, without the weight of our previous relationship affecting everything. The hardest part is that we cannot reference our shared history. When something reminds me of a funny story from our past together, I have to bite my tongue. When I want to mention how beautiful she looked on a particular day 3 years ago, I have to remember that in this version of our relationship, I wasn't there for that day. But it is also freeing in a way. I don't have to carry the guilt of choosing Sophia first. I don't have to worry about Emma wondering if she is my backup plan. Every choice I make with her now is a first choice. Our families and friends are confused but supportive. Emma's sister told me she thinks we are both insane, but that she has never seen Emma this happy about dating someone. My mom keeps asking when we are going to get back together for real, and I have to explain that this is as real as it gets. We told people we are taking a break to figure things out rather than explaining the whole situation. Most people assume we will work through whatever issues we had and get back together eventually. In a way, they are right. We are getting back together, just not the way anyone expected. I don't know where this will lead. Maybe we will get engaged again in a year or 2. Maybe we will realize we are better off apart. But right now, I am just grateful to have the chance to choose Emma every single day, and to know that she is choosing me back. To anyone dealing with something similar, sometimes the only way forward is to start over completely. It is terrifying to let go of your history together, but it might be the only way to build something new and better. Emma is my first choice now, and I make sure she knows it every single day. Edit. For people asking if this is sustainable long-term, I don't know. We are taking it one day at a time. What I do know is that the Emma I am dating now trusts that she is my first choice, and that is worth everything to me. Edit 2. Emma wanted to add something. Jake is dating me knowing exactly who I am and what I am worth. Not because he is settling or making the best of a situation. That is the kind of love I always wanted. And now, I have it.